Hello, hello, welcome in. Just getting signed on. How is everybody this evening? Come find me. This is that awkward, little bit of time when I start a live where we're just getting set up. And I found myself, so already we're off to a good start. And I have that off. Click it. Okay. Ooh, there's a weird angle. We're just going to deal with it. Let me fix my hair. Okay. Here we are. I'm going to give it just a few minutes for my besties to find me. Oh, I do have volume. Okay, hi Cheryl, how you doing? I can't do it because we're going to have a wide angle tonight. So hopefully it's close enough for you guys to see everything. I tried to zoom in. I hope it's not a new change to Facebook, but it would not let me kind of zoom in a little bit. So we'll just see how it goes. Hi Pam, how you doing? So let me see. We had a dryer fire over the weekend, I guess. I don't know. It's been a couple days. And so we got a new dryer today delivered, and my husband had to put it in, and a lot of craziness happened while he was trying to hook up the hose to the exhaust, and it just made me feel better. Okay, I don't even know what to say. I'm a horrible person. Lately I've just been struggling so hard, not feeling well, just things not going my way, and just to see him freaking out, it just, for some reason, it fixed it. I was like, you know what? Life's not that bad. I'm a terrible person. What can I say? Oh my God. All right. I'm going to stop being weird. It's that weird time where we catch up. So how are you guys doing? How's your day? I have a really pretty card for us tonight. Here is the card. I'll just hold it up there for a sec. I did the masks to create the flower. I guess I should start the show, right? So hold on one second. Hi, my name is Jessie Tarian. I'm an independent demonstrator with the company Stampin' Up. I'm located in sunny Las Vegas, and in my craft room, we do all things papercraft. Okay, that part's out of the way. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Okay, so we are going to be working with the Lovely Garden Suite again. So that's set. And if you were to buy the suite or the bundle, you get a couple things. So you get the stamps and the dies, and you get the masks that we're going to use tonight to create the flowers. So I had a lot of fun with this. We're just going to do, I would want to say they're the hydrangeas. I don't know. I don't know my flowers, but that'll be fun. Hi, Terry. Welcome in. Hi, Sherry. Did you guys come together? No, just kidding. What else? I don't know. It's been crazy here. The weather has been cold, windy. We did get some rain. It was very exciting. A lot of blowing going around, Very exciting. I just enjoy it, the weather. It's still actually kind of windy out there. Because we're at that time of year where now the sun's coming down. Well, what am I trying to say? The sun was hitting the house a little while ago, so it goes right in my eyes when I'm trying to do stuff. But now it's down far enough that the houses block it, so we're fine. But it's going to get to a point probably in June where I can't see doing this because maybe I'll switch things. I don't know. I'm just going to get started, okay? Here we go. If you get seasick, close your eyes. Say hello to everybody coming in. Here we go. Okay. I got to flip it. There we go. I hit something. Oh no, cancel. Okay. All right. That looks pretty good. Okay, the shadow was my hands. We're good. All right. So we're just going to get into it. Like I said, we went through this pretty well on Wednesday or Tuesday, right? Here's the card. Let me show you the inside. I did a little bit of color in there. Super cute. So very, very simple card today. But in the pictorial, I told you to cut 2 of these inserts. One so that you can make the flower and one for the inside of your bigger piece of paper. And you're welcome to do that. It is a little bit of a paper waste, but I wanted to have enough room that I could really, successfully show what I was doing. So the first thing you're going to do is get your paper and separate out your masks. So there's 3 masks for the main part of the flower, and you get both flowers for each mask. So to make it easier for myself, and it's pretty obvious, how to do it once you get going, but I just numbered them. So I'm going to start with the largest area that I'm going to blend, and then go in and do a little detail, and then finish it up with the 3rd one. And then you have 2 masks for your leaves. So you have the large area and then your detail one. Now you necessarily wouldn't have to number them, but I just did that so if someone were wanting to go back and look at something, they could identify what step I was on. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, so I have a Sharpie, and what I like to do, and it is important if you want to die cut your pieces out, that you do your hydrangea on the right side. If you flip it, let's say you did it backwards, it would still work. You would get a beautiful flower. It just wouldn't line up for your die. So I felt like that was worth a mention. Okay? So I put a mark where my notch is out, and I put a mark on the end of the mat, or the mask, I'm sorry. Just so that when I'm flipping through them, I can line it up. But this set is really easy to line up visually. Okay, so I decided we were going to make purple flowers. I don't know if hydrangeas come in purple, but I felt like I wanted to use fresh freesia because we're going to use a piece of Designer Series paper in fresh freesia. So that is how I chose my color palette by my DSP. So my rule is that I go from lightest to darkest when I'm doing these masks. So the largest area is going to have the lightest color. Then my medium shade, the Highland Heather, will be the second mask. And the third mask for that tiny detail is going to be Gorgeous Grape. So I just went for kind of a purple family. Now, Fresh Freesia is actually in the red violet section, but they worked. They went together. We're just gonna go with it. So I feel like I'm not doing this right. Hold on. I had it all lined. I got my brushes that I used earlier. Now, I'm a monster when it comes to this. I'm sure everybody will tell you that. I use these, I wash them, and I dry them. So they get dyed the color of whatever I used, and then I just go in with a new color later. It doesn't really fuss me, but I know some people it freaks them out. So I'm just letting you know. So this is what I do. I've inked up my brush. I kind of tap it on the mat itself, on the mask, just to kind of get it started, and I get my circles started before I get into the blending area. You know, before I get into the paper area. Ooh. And go slower than I go, and that won't happen. We all know I'm impatient. Okay, I'm going to check it. I think that's good. I think that's dark enough. So there's mask number 1. Now I'm going to set that aside. And I'm going to pull out my medium shade of Highland Heather. And get that started. And then we're going to do mask number 2, or the one that has the medium size cutouts. So now, because I marked my notches, I can go ahead and line it up with those tick marks, but you can see that I need to adjust a little bit. Hopefully you can see that on camera. So I just wiggle it into place, no big deal. All right, now same thing, tap on the mask, start my circles, and go into the blending area. And move my fingers. Woo. It's the hardest thing for me to go slower, guys. Okay, there we go. See how that's a nice effect? Now I could go back in, I could line this up again if I wanted it darker. It'll totally line up, you can hit it again. I'm happy with that though. I kind of like that, you know, I don't know what to call it, but mottled area where it's dark in some places and lighter in others. It just gives it something, just a little something. Oh, going in with the wrong one. I'm talking, not paying attention. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the darkest color of Gorgeous Grape. Get that inked up. Bring in mask number 3. Here we go. That should be good. Okay. And now just gonna give it a good coat because we want this one to be dark. Okay, now let's check it. Beautiful. Isn't that pretty? To do this that I wasn't thinking. With my example card, I actually stamped the black on there first and lined up my mask. Now it's not such a big deal. This looks beautiful. You don't have to stamp it, and that's a good point. If you were to just buy the masks, you could totally make flowers, you know, and use a different sentiment. You could do that, but you get, let me get myself together here. You get the detail with the stamp set combined. So let's see if we can line it up. I'm a little nervous, but I know it is possible because this is the clear stamps, the photopolymer. I'm just not the best at lining things up. I think it's my eyesight. I don't know, but we're going to try it. Okay. So I'm going to come in. Oh, I'm so nervous. All right. I apologize if my head is in the shot. All right. Give it a second. We're going to see. It's not too bad. That is not too bad at all. I am not sad with that. Okay. I would suggest stamping first and then doing your masks because it'll line up perfectly. But we did it. We did a pretty good job. And we're going to move on. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to line up our leaf mask. And see, I really did a very good job actually because my stamped image is in there. So pat on the back. I'm telling you, James struggling fixed my problem. I'm telling you. Oh, Lord, I think I just needed to laugh. That's what it was. It broke it. Broke the spell. Okay. So now, we're just going to color in those leaves. I'm using Granny Apple Green because that's our card base color. I love the combination of Granny Apple and Fresh Freesia. Okay, so now we have one more mask and we're just going to do some details on our leaves. Ooh, that wind is kicking now, guys. My windows are rattling. So I'm so excited about our in-person card making this weekend. I already have the cards done and ready to go. I'm on it, guys. Maybe I should just pay attention to the notches, huh? Does anyone else do that? I just fight it. I'm like, I know the notch is there and I should follow the notch, but I feel like I know better. I don't know why I'm like that. Okay, here we go. Start off on the mask. Now, the Mossy Meadow is super dark, but I liked it. I like the looks. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so that was a little off, but it's fine. I like it. What do you guys think? I think it came out pretty good. Now, we are going to take the coordinating die and we're going to throw that through the embosser real quick, or the cut and emboss. And just get that cut out, and then we can make our card. So I love the masks. I need to use them more. I don't know why. I get like in my head about it, where I go, oh, that's going to be too much work. I'll just do something else. You know what I mean? But then when I get it all out and going, I really love it. I love the look of it. It's so customizable. You can make it exactly how you want. You know what I mean? I don't know why in my head I think of it like something that's hard, because then when we do it, I'm like, oh, I love it. Does anyone else like that? I'm trying not to be like that, I guess is the point. Trying to be a little less like that. Okay, so let me put the card there. Now, got all our pieces here. So this is just basic card base. Ooh, jeez. Throwing stuff around as usual. So we're going to give that a good crease down. This is that Fresh Freesia from the DSP from the set. I don't think it matters which way, but just wanted to check it. Here we go. So I'm just gonna put this piece on the front. And then I took a piece of craft paper and I went ahead and I threw it through that corrugated embossing folder from last week. And we're going to put it on there. But I think I'd like to try to use some of that ribbon. And we need to stamp a sentiment and the inside of our card. So let's get all the stamping done. Last one I used, where did it go? Here it is. I want to do this sentiment in the Mossy Meadow, and we're going to do Thankful for You, Friend, because I just think that's so cute. Give it a little ink up. Stamp it right in the middle. There we go. And we're going to fussy cut that out in a sec. But let's do our inside. Okay, so for the inside, we're just going to put a with love so we can write. And then I'm going to grab the memento, and I'm just going to do the top portion of the flower. Just going to ink up that little bit because I just really want the corners. Like that. Now, what I did when I colored my flowers, and I guess you could try to line that up and mask it if you really wanted to, but I just grabbed Fresh Freesia and the Highland Heather Stampin' Blends. And I went in and I just laid some color down lightly with the Fresh Freesia all over it. And I'm not being particularly even careful about it. I'm just making sure some color gets laid down. Okay, and then I went in with the medium Highland Heather, or I guess light, it would be light. I kind of just put some lines where I thought they need to be. Like that. Is this the dark? Ooh, my goodness, that wind. No, this was the dark. Okay, so the light, maybe just give a little highlight. Just little areas. See what I mean? Look at how good that looks. How easy. It took me like 2 seconds. Smush some. I'm telling you, I'm not really good at coloring. It is these pens. Just get some Stampin' Blends. it blends, it mushes, and in the end, it looks really impressive. I'll finish that part later. But if we compare them, pretty good, right? There you go. So, let me cut this out. So how's everybody doing? We have a bunch of people on here now. I have not been watching. Oh, you've been watching some of the ladies at the on stage? Yeah, me too. I have a little bit of sadness for missing out. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason. I think it just was not meant to be this time for me. But it looks like a lot of fun. There's so many creators that I watch that are there. Gina Kofelt, who is our upline, is there. I have not seen her in any of the videos yet, but I'm looking. So that's exciting. And everybody's got the new catalog. And ours is going to be, we're going to be able to see it soon. I don't remember what date, but if you're a demonstrator, you get to see it early and pre-order as well. So I just fussy cut that around a little bit. Now I want to use some of this pretty velvet ribbon, and I meant to do it on my my card and forgot, but that's okay. I don't know how this will be to tie a bow, so I think what I'm gonna do, let me see. Can you guys hear that? It's hitting my front window so hard, it's like rocking the window in the frame. It's crazy. Okay, so I tack that down in the back. And we're gonna play for just a minute. Now with this velvet ribbon, I feel like you need to really pay attention to the way you're tying so that you see the velvet and it's not on the underside. If that makes sense. You know what? I'm just going to do a knot. I'm going to do a knot because if I do a bow, I'm going to be fussing because we can't see the velvet or something. I can feel this in myself and we're just going to let it go. Like the song. Ooh, something just hit the door, the front door. Something must be blowing around out there. Okay. So just a little something, you know, just a little something. And we'll kind of just tuck that like that. Flower up. Okay, what do you guys think of that? Pretty good? And I'm going to bring my focal point down a little bit because we're going to put the sentiment up at the top. Now, who are my girlies? Let's see. Oh, you're getting high winds and storms tomorrow? Maybe it's from here, Cheryl. I'm blowing it your way. No, it's crazy. We have the heat on. I was freezing. look at kitty corner. You could do it a little bit. I don't know if that's too far down. Put it up just a little bit. Okay. There we go. Now, I'm going to just pop up the sentiment, which I think is super cute. And work with me here, please. Let me see. It could have been a little, you know, very technical term that. Okay, let's put some pretties on. That'll make it better. These really went well with the color palette. I didn't do the yellow this time. I just did white and the freesia. But they're cute. And maybe here. It's a hard decision, you know. Put it in the middle. There. Like sprinkles. Phew. That's what I'm saying. All right. So I will throw the inside in. And we will be good to go. I cut those a little different. I had some cut for another project and I just decided to use them. So that's why, but I like the look of it. Being a little smaller. So what do you guys think? Are you obsessed with these? Are you gonna, you know, run out and grab all your masks and start masking stuff? What's up? What's happening? Right, Pam? Just, okay, so here's funny. James bought a new grill, just a little grill, the other day, and the storm was coming and he had to bring it. It's in my dining room right now because he didn't want it to get blown over or wet. I was like, we'll put it in the garage. And he's like, no, it's brand new. It can just sit here and look pretty. You like it? Yay, I'm glad. It's funny, every time I do it, it's a little different. So I can't remember which one is. Okay, so this was my original one, and I must have hit the Fresh Freesia heavier on this one. So it's a little bit darker. And then on the one we did together, I like it a lot more with the lighter. I think that's the thing I love about this. Everyone is different, even though you use the same stuff. Perfect. All right, I will flip up. We'll chit chat for a sec. And the back. So, yeah, that's what we're doing here in the crazy house. Did you guys read my post today? Are you thinking about what your fake show would be? That's my whole thing. I was cracking up because I was like, oh, I would be a ghost hunting, crafting detective that bakes stuff. You know, I could, like in my head, I could visualize this whole show. You know, I named it. And then I had to crack up because I'm like, well, we do paranormal investigations and of course we film it. And then, what is this? It's my little fake crafting show, so maybe I am a movie star, who knew? And you could be one too if you have a phone. Just turn it on and go to town. You never know. People might be into it. I know. I'll stop being weird. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just don't know. So let me see. Oh, you just ordered 3 different masks yesterday? That's awesome. I love it. I am into it. Like I said, I have to, I look at things and I go, oh, that's going to be too hard, or that's going to be a mess, or that, you know, like every excuse in the book. And then when I finally go, well, I want to show this, or I want to play with this, or I want to do whatever, I absolutely love it. And I have a great time doing it. But I have to change my mindset that it's okay if you make a mess. It's okay if, you know, it takes a while to get the process down. Whatever's holding you back, whatever your mental block is on why you're telling yourself you can't, you need to mentally change that to, well, I'm just going to try it. So that's my new thing. Every time I say to myself, I can't do that, I'm just going to try it. And, you know, sometimes it is a complete disaster. Your girl, she is a hot mess express. But that's where we're at. It's okay. It's fine. That's what I'm saying. It's fine. It's fine. So anyway, I'm going to go. I love you guys. I appreciate you. All my local ladies, please don't blow away. Stay safe. Stay inside. All your errands can wait for another day. It's not that important. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you soon. Bye.